Good morning, St. Louis. Today, a series of events and stories have come up that might actually change how we view the country and its people. Reporting for the Daily Oracle is Trey Bryant with the story of how race, ethnicity, and the rise of the KKK became the beef.
Trey Bryant here. Late last night, the Ku Klux Klan claimed another victim of racist brutality. The 20-year-old African-American was lynched right outside his household. And the Ku Klux Klan were not shy about letting everyone know they were the ones responsible. I got a chance to sit down and ask the leader, Hiram Wesley Evans, a few questions.
The two questions I asked him were, what is the purpose of your group? And the second question was, will you and your group ever be able to accept African Americans? The following statements were his answers, and I quote, our clear goal must be the advancement of the white race and separation of the white and black races. This goal must include freeing of the American media and government from subservient Jewish interests. And to answer your second question, colored people are like human weeds and are to be exterminated. End quote.
I know I speak for all when I say one day I hope there will be an end to racism. Back to you, Augie.
This week I did my own story on the American worker with an in-depth interview with Colin Bears. All right, today I'm with Joe Rudiak, and he's going to tell us about his time when he lived during the 1919 steel strike.
So during the 1919 steel strike, I was around 8 years old, and my dad was unhappy with the working conditions in the steel mill and the pay. So he went on strike with a few other people. You know, it was a rough time, and then my brothers had to get jobs there too. But around the time they got jobs, the Great Depression hit, so it just kind of all went downhill from there.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rudiak, for your time. We're glad that you're here today, and we hope to hear more from you in the future. The Red Scare has captured the nation with the support of communism behind it. With the whole story, we have Colin Bears.
Thanks, Augie. As a growing fear of communism rises in the United States during this time of war, two men are gunned down out of a shoe factory over some money. Investigators were soon to the crime scene and found two suspects, Nicola Sacco and Bartolomeo Vanzetti. After the men were taken into custody and further investigation ensued, one of the men was found with a pistol with the same bullet used to fire and kill one of the victims. After these two anarchists faced trial that caught worldwide attention, Bartolomeo Vanzetti and Nicola Sacco were found guilty of first-degree murder, which would lead to their execution on August 23, 1927.
Now with the final story of the day, we go to Brendan Cruz on the increase of crime, organized crime in the United States, and also with a quick sports update this week.
Thanks, Augie. In today's generation, the crime rate is much higher than it has been. Well, why is that? Could it be because of the mafia? Prohibition? We're about to find that out now. The Prohibition began on January 16, 1920. It outlawed the manufacture, sale, and transportation of intoxicating beverages. The government hoped the Prohibition would decrease crime among the people, but it has not been accomplishing that. Many Americans are enraged that their access to alcohol is being restrained, and as a direct result, the crime rate has been on the rise since then. Speakeasies, or illegal saloons, have become very popular today. People are willing to do anything to be served alcohol. Some even make their own. Speakeasy owners today are taking great risks illegally serving alcohol to the people. I have even managed to conduct an interview with one. So what is it like owning a speakeasy during this time?
It's a real challenge. I can't deny the money though. The cops check us down a lot, but we usually take care of them.
Where does most of your product come from?
We get our supply from our northern neighbors, Canada. They keep our customers satisfied.
Are you afraid of your competition?
No, we're at the top of our game.
Thank you for your time, sir.
There is much more crime other than speakeasies as well. Gangsterism is rampant, especially in Chicago. The most famous gangster in America today is Al Capone, who controls a multi-million-dollar operation in Chicago containing bootlegging, prostitution, and gambling. Overall, the government's wishes have not been coming true. The crime rate has been increasing ever since Prohibition was enforced.
And to end the broadcast on a lighter note, the 1932 World Series has been claimed by the New York Yankees, sweeping the Chicago Cubs. I'm Brendan Cruz. Good night.